Okay, so I played again tonight, and I did very, very, very well. I didn't necessarily play very well, but I did very well. I kind of quadrupled up in under like 4 hours. So a couple things. So first of all, one thing that I was affected by is the game is with a lot of people that I genuinely like. I really like these people. So, I have fun, I joke around, I carry on. And it does detract me from from thinking about the game the way I wanted to. But I was willing to sacrifice that for my ability to kind of view some of the Beyond Tell stuff and read players. I really felt like I had a good understanding of where players were at. I pushed players off a lot of pots. I played pretty well, but this is the reality. I made one big mistake, and I sucked out. Oh, man, I sucked out. I made one big mistake where board was like queen, 9, 6. I was pretty sure that my opponent does this. I was pretty sure my opponent could be bluffing in this spot. I had queen, king, but he happened to have ace. He had ace, queen, and long story short, I turn river, heart, and I 4-card flush, and it felt really good, and I doubled up there, and then I should have lost that hand definitely, and then a couple hands later, I basically flopped. I flopped the nuts. I called with 9-7. Flopped a straight, got all in with 3 players, and that was that. So the first hand I played okay. I mean, like when I evaluate these games, it's very difficult to evaluate sometimes. In terms of my decisions, let's say I had 6 critical decisions, I think, and of the 6 critical decisions, 1 was catastrophically wrong. If I really think back and look at it, I've got to run some numbers to really, maybe I'll make a video about how I analyze an actual game, whether I whether I made the right decision or wrong decision. But I really do feel that like I made one critical mistake, and if luck didn't go my way, I would have been out and not have benefited from the next hand, which made me all my money. So it's interesting. It's like, good decision, bad decision, but I get paid off for it, great decision. And I can't forget that. Like if I were to sum up tonight, I wouldn't be like, oh my God. Like, and it feels good, right? Like all of a sudden, like, oh, you buy in, you walk away with a lot of money. I did pretty well tonight. It's like yeah, you feel good, but that doesn't mean you played well, right? And it's hard as a poker player to sometimes separate those two. But you really need to sit there and say, all right, Lady Luck was on my side and the poker gods were helping out, but I still didn't play well, right? And it's important to see those distinctions and write those down. So I'm going to be writing my hands down later. I thought there was 6 critical hands. Of those 6, I also definitely took advantage of some players in the sense that, like, I just kind of talked them out of hands, and I do some behavioral stuff that allows me to. And everybody knows me. I have a reputation as being this pretty loose player, so I think I get a lot of since I'm so loose, when I do hit, I get paid off because they think that I could be doing that with anything. But all in all, really great night. Another thing is I am very sick, so my throat is absolutely killing the entire time I played. My throat was really hurting, and talking was very hard for me. Like keep up the conversation. It's killing me right now. My voice tomorrow might be like, I don't know if you hear it, but my voice tomorrow might be completely gone. But basically, yeah, it was a good night. I didn't play the best. I'll be honest with you, like I'm playing higher stakes on Monday probably. So I'll be playing like a 5-10 or a 10-20 game, and I'll take that more seriously. I still have a hard time taking I really shouldn't, but like the smaller stakes games, it's kind of like it's funner, right? It's not like, oh my God, I don't think I weigh my decisions as much as I should, and I want to stop that. So I'm gonna commit to really playing better poker at all stakes. I said that last time, but I really haven't honestly done that. And sometimes you commit to stuff and you don't actually follow through. I mean, that's poker, but I want to be better than that in my own life. And if I'm coaching people and telling them, you need to do this at every stakes, I want to have that ability as well. And listen, this is the reality. If I am not going to play the best that I can play, I should probably just not play at all. I should probably just do something else, right? And that's something I'm still a little bit upset with myself about one hand. Yeah, just that one hand. I mean, if I really think back at it, this player has never, ever, ever re-rated. Okay, let me explain. So, the player I was playing against, I'm coaching as well. And I had a discussion with him about last week about he takes these lines where he basically he'll call with most of his marginal hands, right? So if there's a raise before him, he'll call with most of his marginal hands. He'll re-raise with only the strongest hands. Then on the flop, he'll c-bet or call any bet on the flop. And then he just shuts down on the turn and river and only continues if he has the nuts. That's this player's style, okay? And I was coaching him, and I was like, listen, you got to stop doing that. You got to be more dynamic. People are going to see it, especially at my game, like, I'll see it. So I get in this spot where, I got king, queen, and I'm thinking to myself, shit, like, did he adjust in this spot? Because this would be the perfect way to adjust. Like, if he were to do this with a complete bluff, it would be taking my feedback almost perfect. And that was in my head. And then he asked me a question. And this is what he said. He said, how much do you have left, right? And I was kind of like, fuck, like, is he doing that because he wants to, figure out how much would I bluff? And he actually was really interested in how many chips I have. And I said to him after, I was like, listen, if you didn't ask me that, I probably would have folded. That was like the one thing that kind of pushed me over. And ultimately, my read was completely off. He had ace queen, and it's something I did consider him having that a percentage of the time, but I felt like he was bluffing, and I sucked out. So I made a bad decision. I mean, I should have lost, but I won, and that happens sometimes. But yeah, no, I mean, I really think that, put it this way, if I wasn't actively coaching him and helping this player with his game and had that discussion last week, then this would have probably been like the worst call in history. Like, he doesn't do that with any other hand, but I just felt that, he might have done that with a bluff, and it's kind of like how I'm thinking about that. Yeah, that's about it. In summary, I would say I played fair. I made one big mistake. I had really, really, really good results tonight, not because I played amazing. Like, it wasn't some sort of amazing play. I got lucky, and I got, the cards were in your favor. Sometimes that happens. And sometimes the opposite's going to happen. That's about it. I mean, I don't want to act like, I don't want to be inauthentic and act like I really went in there and I'm going to do this post-game analysis and I remembered every hand, because the fact of the matter is I didn't. When I play higher stakes, I do treat it like that, but I wasn't optimal here. I didn't sit down and focus. I mean, I was just kind of like, let's play poker, and I did well. And, I think the most important thing about a summary, or the most important thing about with yourself, communicating how you played yourself, it is honesty. You have to be honest with yourself. It's so easy to, walk away with like, oh my God, like, I killed it. Yay, I played great. No, I did not. You have to be honest. And this is my being honest. And I kind of have the mentality of making these videos for myself also, like, not just you guys, but for myself as well. Just to kind of see my thought process and see, so I can build on top of that. So yeah, a piece of advice after a session: make a video and share it with me. I would love that. Make a video, communicate, emotion, because your journal doesn't tell you guys. The journal, when you sit there and you write, like, I bought in for 300, I cashed out for 900, I made some really good decisions. People lie in journals. Like, video, it gets to see your emotional state. You get to see how you were thinking. You get to see if you were fluid or not. So I think there's real power in creating like a video journal after you play. I'm going to be playing a lot more, so you're going to see a lot more of these. They'll be more structured when I play higher stakes, but for now, I just want it to be an authentic display of kind of like how I did. Okay? Thanks for watching. Sorry if I rambled. Any comments or questions, ask below. I purposefully didn't tell you the amount of money I won because I don't know if I wanted to disclose all this stuff yet. I might have something where it happens, but let's just say I bought in for a certain amount. I quadrupled up because of the poker gods. They were in my favor. That's about it.